Eucharist is
glorious,
life-giving,
wonderful,
patient,
powerful.
We are
people of the Eucharist.
Have you ever noticed that people make poor decisions when they're exhausted? There's a lot of talk these days about boundaries. It's a psychological term that refers to setting realistic limits for participation in a relationship or activity. These limits, these boundaries, are necessary to protect the integrity of an individual or relationship. Relationships need boundaries to remain healthy. Our lives also need boundaries to remain healthy. Do you set realistic limits for your participation in life? God, in His ever-loving providence, gave us the Sabbath as the first boundary, but also as the boundary that gives us the clarity to set all other boundaries. Saint Irenaeus observed, "The glory of God is man fully alive." What would your life look like if you were fully alive? What would have to be true for you to become fully alive? God is calling you to wholeness and holiness. Consider the four aspects of the human person: physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. In which of these areas are you thriving? In which of these areas are you just surviving? And what prevents you from thriving? I suspect it is the sheer busyness of your life, the noise and complexity of modern life, the stress induced by never-ending urgency. Compare that now to Jesus' invitation in Matthew's Gospel. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." This is one of the most beautiful and compassionate moments in the Scriptures. Most of us are weary and burdened. Most of us don't find that burden to be light, and most of us are not getting the rest we need to thrive in every area of our lives. Rest is a divine activity. God rested on the seventh day, not because He was tired, but because He knew we would get tired and need rest. God rested on the seventh day to set a boundary between the demands of the world and our very human needs. God rested on the seventh day because He was teaching us an essential element necessary to thrive. You have an essential need for rest. It is undeniable. Are you ignoring it? It is time to set appropriate boundaries for your life by establishing an authentic Sabbath experience. We inherited the Sabbath tradition from our Jewish spiritual ancestors. The Jewish Sabbath is observed from sundown on Friday to sundown on Saturday. Catholics observe the Sabbath on Sunday. But I know many Catholics, especially those with demanding professional responsibilities, who practice the Sabbath from sundown on Saturday to sundown on Sunday. This allows them to take a couple of hours Sunday evening to prepare for the week ahead, while still having a full Sabbath experience. Honoring the Sabbath sets up the necessary boundaries to fully experience receiving Jesus in the Eucharist during Sunday Mass. When we live within those boundaries and follow God's model of rest, the spiritual fruits we experience are extraordinary. Carefree timelessness is essential for a relationship to thrive. What is carefree timelessness? It is time together without an agenda. No relationship can thrive without restful time together without an agenda. The Sabbath is a perfect opportunity for carefree timelessness with God and each other. Mass is boring. How often have we heard this? Most people are bored and tired at Mass because they are bored and tired with their own lives. When we honor the Sabbath, everything changes. From this place of rest and renewal, we will approach the Eucharist with childlike awe and renewed enthusiasm. The Eucharist is the ultimate form of restoration, and it is best experienced in the context of the Sabbath rest. It is time we accepted this gift that God has been trying to give to humanity since the beginning. Trust, surrender, believe, receive. We would like to eradicate the phrase Mass is boring from the Catholic lexicon. Will you help? Become a member of the International Society of the Eucharist today. We'll send you a free copy of 33 Days to Eucharistic Glory, a copy of the children's version, a copy of the limited edition journal, which includes an amazing Holy Week retreat. Click on the button below and become a member today. Have a great day, and remember, be bold, be Catholic. We are people of the Eucharist.
Jesus,
I believe that you are truly present
In the most holy sacrament
of the Eucharist,
every day.
I long for more of you,
I love you above all things.
and I desire to receive you into my soul.
Since I cannot receive you,
Sacramentally,
At this moment,
I invite you to come and dwell in my heart.
may the spiritual communion
Increase my desire for the Eucharist.
you are the healer of my soul.
Take the blindness from my eyes,
the deafness from my ears,
the darkness from my mind.
And the hardness from my heart.
Fill me with the grace, wisdom, and courage.
to do your will,
In all things,
My Lord and my God.
draw me close to you.
nearer than ever before.
Amen. Consecrate America to the Eucharist.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Have a great day. Come on. Have a great day.
Hey Isabel, one simple way to be mindful of God's presence in the world is to know where the nearest tabernacle is. So, while we've got a couple of minutes, I thought we might work on your geography a little.
Sounds good, Dad. You're always coming up with something.
What about if I was at latitude 39.96 and a longitude of negative 83.01, where would the nearest tabernacle be?
Holy Family Church, Columbus, Ohio.